Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, hello, everybody. It's so good to be back. Deirdre, thank you, honey. I missed you too. And thank you for sharing. Brandy, good morning. It is Monday. Thank you so much for all of your prayers. Let's do some heart brain. I think I've missed doing this in the morning with you guys. Linda, good morning. All right, so hand on the heart. Breathe in deep into your heart space. And then release it. And again, breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. And then the next one, pull somebody in. Who do you want to have there with you? Just pull them into your heart space. Give them a big old hug. And release. And welcome in. Welcome, welcome. So it's Monday, beginning of a new week, and I can't find my glasses. So hopefully we'll be able to see the comments when they come in. So how's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Check in with me because I have just been somewhere. I'm not here. And my apologies for not being able to show up for you. But I really needed that time. I needed the space and the time to just step away from everything and be there for family. And thank you for letting me do that. Oh, thank you, Deirdre. I felt it, honey. I felt that big hug. Thank you for that. So, let's see what a Kuan Yin card might tell us today. I've just really not been in good space to write, so I don't have any writing for you. I know it's coming back, but it hasn't yet. Oh, tell me about it, girl. And especially when it's someone so close. And I had two someones so close because I also lost a dear friend, a longtime friend. So got double whammy this time. All right, so let's see. Good morning, Joanne. Joanne's watching. Leo's watching. So happy that you all are here. And let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. Hopefully I'll be able to read the card. She says, keeping it simple. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny is more difficult or complex than it needs to be. Yet the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do and let go of everything else. Boy, is she up on what's going on or what? Do what you can do and let go of everything else. That is the key to life, to being able to make it through whatever is happening, whether good or bad. Keep it simple. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. And there's our Joanne sending hugs. So sometimes when we get hit really hard, like with the death of a very close relative or friend, it's hard to keep it simple, you guys. It really is. This being human thing, that's not for the faint of heart, for sure. And when the heartstrings are tugged on, then it takes us out of our high vibration. But I'm getting my vibration back. What's the movie? Stella got her groove back. So I'm getting my groove back. And I appreciate all of you who have reached out, those of you who just wrapped me in the arms of love and in prayers. Thank you. Thank you so much for just being there for me when I couldn't even be there for myself. Thank you. Brookie, good morning. Oh, I received that big, big, big hug, and I know what that feels like. Your hugs are awesome. Good morning, Kathy Han. Good morning, Marietta. Yes, Brookie, you've been through it, and you understand that it's not something that you just get over, right? You have to go with the punches. Oh, yeah, I'm okay, Catherine. I lost a very dear nephew just a few days ago, and I've been with family, so it's been kind of tough, but I'm okay and still going. You know, that's the thing, still going, still moving forward, still knowing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is being here with all of you in the morning time. And yeah, we're getting there. So let me pull one of the new Kuan Yin transmission cards. Thank you, Catherine. So these are new cards to me. They're just simple statements. It's a transmission of love and light. Let me see what it says. Um, all right, so close your eyes. These are the instructions. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, clearing your mind. Visualize, intend, or feel the grace, wisdom, and light of Kuan Yin stirring within your heart. Relax. Ask a question, simple and clear. Then I'm going to draw a card for all of us. Contemplate this guidance. Let the meaning unfold within your heart. Say, Divine Mother, thank you for your blessing. So let's do that. Let's connect in and see what Kuan Yin's guidance is for all of us. So I'm holding it to my heart, breathing in. And you can ask your question out to the universe. Kuan Yin will know what it is. And let's see what she has to say. Pretty simple, huh? So her guidance is presence. Be in this moment with me. You will find it difficult to feel my love and hear my guidance when you are distracted. I offer you a gift. Be present and you shall receive it. So sometimes in life, many times in life, we get distracted about what's real and what we really need, right? That happens so much. And we can see when that happens, we can see when our attention is drawn away from being present, from holding the truth in our heart that we are a spirit being, that we have a mission, that we have a purpose. And when life pulls us in a direction and it doesn't feel so good, doesn't feel in alignment, then that's a distraction that's keeping us from going into our heart. So I always say, stay in your heart because that's where the connection is. And if you find yourself upset, irritated, agitated, fearful, anxious, you're not in your heart. Because when you're in your heart, none of that exists. There's nothing in that heart connection other than love. So if you're feeling any other way other than loved and protected and safe, then you're out of your heart space. And how do we get back into that heart space? We breathe it in. You breathe right into your center of your being and you connect. And when we connect, it's like, okay, here's how I relate it. So on my phone, I have a charger that plugs into the phone and one that plugs into the wall, into electricity. And I can plug that charger into the phone, but nothing will happen until I plug into electricity. Once I plug it into an electrical outlet, then there's a noise. And on my phone, there's a little indicator that it's charging. So maybe sometimes you think you're plugged in to spirit. You say, okay, I did this, Teri, I did this, I breathed in and nothing happened. Right? You ever had that experience? I was breathing, I was intending and nothing happened. You weren't plugged in to source. So when you do this, when you touch your heart, that brings your focus right there. All that other distraction, all those other things that seem so important, that have to be taken care of this minute, no. The only thing you have to take care of this minute is connecting. So the heart, your high heart center is where we connect in. It's not the physical heart. It's up above it. And touching brings your focus right there to that place. So with your focus there, it's easier if you close your eyes. So you close your eyes to shut out anything or anybody that might be trying to pull you away from this moment. And then you just breathe until you feel that connection. You might not feel it with the first breath. You might not feel it with the second breath. But if you sit in that moment with that intention of saying, I'm going to connect in with my heart, I'm going to connect in with what I call God, the higher guidance, the higher self, that being that is the being over all. If you do that and just allow, you'll be connected in and you'll feel it. It'll be just like when my phone says, yep, you're charging now. That's what you'll feel. You feel like you're charging now. And just sit with that as long as you need to. Scientists tell us that it takes 3 minutes of doing this activity for the brain to go into a higher state. And then when you get to that place, just relish it. Just sit with it. Oh my gosh, it feels so good when you know that you are connected and there's nothing that can take that away from you. That connection with God, with spirit, with the angels, with your loved ones in spirit. You got this. And it's so easy. Those are the steps. 1, 2, 3. Touch the heart center. Breathe into it. And then just smile and add that love, add a hug that you want to give to somebody or receive from somebody. And it's so simple that anybody can do it. All right, Isabel, good morning, sweet one. And Sherry, oh, Sherry, it's so good to see you on here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, my family needs a lot of support right now and a lot of love. And we have not done a service yet, so I'll let you know as soon as that's scheduled and what's happening there. So, what's been going on since I've been gone? What's happened in your world? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I like to check on my P's and make sure that everybody's healthy and happy and things are progressing in a beautiful way for you. So let's see if anybody has anything, and we'll read a couple of messages from Angels in My Pocket. So talk to me, my peas. And I really do appreciate all of you who have reached out already, those who call or send me a message. Thank you so much for being there for me when I needed you. And I really did need you, so I appreciate it. Okay, are we still going? Because I don't see anybody typing anything in. I just want to make sure that it's still on. This is interesting. I'm not used to you peas being so quiet. So somebody let me know if you can. Oh, it's still going. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. All right. So, yeah. So if you want to share what's going on in your world, if there's something that I need to be aware of, something I can lift you up in prayer or celebrate with you, that's what I would love. And then pick a page and we'll have some messages flowing in here. Okay, we got Brookie. Just finished feeding this little banana man. Oh, hi, Max. Hello, Mr. Max Man. He is so cool. Page 9 for Kathy Hand. Thank you, Kathy. And I hope all is going well with Colin. I knew he was supposed to start back to work, so I hope that's going well, Kathy. And Deirdre, it was so funny watching Thump try to catch the falling leaves off the trees. I bet. Isn't that amazing? I'm here still with little Magi, and I took her for a walk. Yesterday, I think it was, we were out in the backyard, and there's this big tree that's shedding like crazy. And so when she stepped into that pile of leaves, it was like, ooh, because they crunched under her feet. She did so good. You guys, you would be so proud of her. I told her mom and dad that I was very proud of her because I took her with me up to see my family. She was in a room with 5 dogs, and she's an only dog, so she's not used to having other dogs around. And so she did really good. The little ones, she had no problem just owning them. But then there was the husky, and the husky belongs to my nephew Brian that just passed. And the husky's name is Lycan. So Lycan, first thing, right in her face with his big nose, and he's probably about 100 pounds, and Magi weighs nothing. Well, she put him in his place, and he backed off, and then he tried again, and she's like, not going to work with me. And she snapped at him and growled at him, and he learned his lesson, and he left her alone. So I'm so happy that she was able to be around Lycan. because I'll be going back up there. Wednesday is my plan to go back up to see my sister. Oh, thank you so much, Isabel. I appreciate that, honey. Thank you. Let's see, page 9 for Kathy Hand says, we listen to your cries for help, for understanding of why you cannot find peace, and your continued insistence that some force outside of yourself is making your life difficult. Playing the victim doesn't look good on you, and it does nothing to help your spiritual growth. You will never achieve inner peace as long as you continue to throw blame and guilt arrows into the world. Yeah, to have full peace inside, we have to find it. And the scrolling, all of the things that pull us away from our heart, we can't blame that. We can't say, oh, I couldn't find peace because this is going on in the world, and there's war going on, and this and this. We have to go into our heart on our own. It's up to us to reach that place of peace, even in the midst of war, even in the midst of grief. We have to find that place of peace. So thank you. That was a really good message, Kathy Hand. Thank you for that. And 17 says, Isabel, listen with your heart when you ask for advice from your spiritual team. It is best to step away and bring your focus to hearing instead of speaking. It is essential to know that fighting your battles is not about being right, but rather knowing what is right for you in your role of the oneness. Yeah, there is no right or wrong. There really isn't. What's right for you is right for you. And if something isn't right for you, it may not be something that I don't be in alignment with. That was terrible grammar. Each one of us has our own connection with spirit, and we're the only ones that can determine if something is right or if it's something to stay away from. So, yeah, listen with your heart. Again, going into that heart center, right? Staying in that space where you know that there is only love. Oh, Brandy, thank you. Number 33 for me. And good morning, Mama Hada Bear. Kathleen Caputo, so glad you're here. And thank you for reaching out to me. Remember that your wounds do not define you. However, they do have the power to fuel your purpose in life. Yeah, so true. So true. You know, so many people tell me I can't find my purpose. I can't find whatever it is that I'm supposed to do here in this lifetime. Well, go into your heart. Figure out where your passion is. What's your passion? What is it that really revs you up? What is it you can get excited about? What is it that when you're in the midst of doing something, it just feels right? Have you experienced that? Like you may be of service, being of service to someone, helping someone out, sharing with them love and light. And maybe your purpose is to be a mentor. Maybe your purpose is to be a guidance for them and speak words of comfort and hope. So whatever your passion is, whatever feels right while you're in the midst of it, that's your purpose. That's why you're here. And we all can find that. And so go into your heart again, and you'll find it. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that, honey. And thank you, Deirdre. Prayers that my heart heals quickly from this soul-crushing grief. Thank you. Yeah, it just was compounded when I found out that I lost a dear friend. in addition to my nephew. There's a lot of people leaving this planet right now. A lot of grief happening, a lot of grief leaving the earth. And so thank you. Thank you all for holding me up during this really tough time. I so appreciate it. And Brookie, coming up on a year since my mama left this plane, on my brother's birthday, 2 weeks away, coming up on the 19th, my cousin gave me a great idea to have my mama's favorite meal on her 1 year anniversary of entering the heaven around us. Spaghetti it is. I will also send my brother a card. Prayers that it is well received. Absolutely, Brooke. We'll lift you up with that prayer, honey. Yes, we will. Good morning, Charlie. So Deirdre put in our daily prayer, which I so appreciate you doing this, Deirdre, every day. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, and support for all families living with addiction. Thank you. And what else do we have? Isabel. Prayers for all victims of catastrophic floods in Valencia, Spain, and all catastrophic flooding here in North Carolina, Florida, and all areas of the world being affected by weather disasters. Yes, thank you, Isabel. We don't want to forget that this part of our country is still suffering, still dealing with not having a place to live, not having a roof over their head. I am so grateful for the Amish community. I believe they came down from Pennsylvania, and there's a bunch of them, and they're right here right now in North Carolina, and they're helping to build shelters. I saw a little video of what they were doing there and how they were just pitching in and helping others who don't have anything. They lost everything in the flooding and in the horrible storm that came through. So I just so appreciate communities that know what it's like to go in together and do what you can do. Even if it's hammer one nail, you've helped. So thank you, and thank you to all who have sent items or money their way. Thank you for doing so. And let's see what else we got. Deirdre, prayers for Jimmy Wright. I haven't heard back from him from his surgery last Wednesday. Well, we'll hold Jimmy up for complete healing after that surgery. Oh, Brandy, that is so sweet to honor them. Absolutely. And Isabel, you saw that. Yeah, wasn't that amazing? How they just didn't even hesitate. They got in their horses and their buggies, and they came all the way down to North Carolina. And they're there now. They're still there, helping out, pitching in wherever they can. And Kathy, Bob met Colin at a work site for his first day back working in the HVAC building control field. Awesome. Annie 7, good morning, sweet one. Good morning, Grayson, if you're there. Brandy, prayers of love, healing, and peace for all the P's and their loved ones. Thank you, Brandy. All right, so let's go into our heart. If you have more prayers, we don't have Sally on here this morning. She usually gives us a beautiful prayer for the lost, the lonely, the homeless, those who are suffering in any way and feeling left out, abandoned, alone. So if you're feeling any of those things, just know that we lift you up every day in prayer. Jennifer, good morning. All right, so let's go into our heart. You know how to do this. You can either touch it or just focus in on your heart center. But just breathe in. And let's do a prayer of forgiveness this morning. Forgiving any place that you might have criticized or judged others. unintentionally or intentionally. Let's pray for forgiveness for any time someone has judged or criticized you or done anything that made you feel less than. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say it with me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. When we say this powerful prayer of love and forgiveness, something opens up in our heart center, another door into a chamber that's unconditional, into a place that maybe we didn't know that we needed to go. Sometimes going into our cave is the best thing we can do. Just leaving everything outside and going into that space where we just sit in silence. We sit in the warmth of love, in the knowingness that we are taken care of, that we are protected. Even when it seems like the world around us is shaking and on very shaky ground, we can go into that cave and feel the safety. This is one of the needs that we have as humans. We need to know that we're safe. And if that safety is shaken, then things all seem out of sorts. And it's hard to get back to that place of peace in our heart. So right now, if there's anything shaking your world, if there's maybe something that you're dealing with that's hard for you to let go, hard for you to forgive, hard for you to put a smile on your face, just go into that place, go into your heart, open the door to that cave that is just unconditional love, and just sit in that energy. Just sit with the source of all creation and just pour your heart out. Just say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. This beautiful Ho'oponopono prayer of forgiveness will change you. It will work miracles in your life. And maybe you didn't even know that you needed it. But maybe when you started saying the words, something happened and a floodgate opened. Sometimes we have to let our grief, our anger, whatever emotion is there, we have to let it out. We have to release it from being bound up inside of us. Let's breathe in one more time. Let's clear that energy. Let's remember the words of one of those messages that when we're pointing a finger, when we're blaming others or something, we're not dealing with us. We're not dealing with what's going on inside of us. There is no blame. That feels good. I just saw light. So I know that there's been doors opened, doors, heart doors that can open up. Sometimes it's not easy. We want to hold on to that anger. We want to hold on to the grief. We want to hold on to whatever it is that makes us feel better about how we feel without having to look inside. But it's time to let all that go. And clearing that out, now we have space. We have a space for that beautiful energy of love. And love is what we use when we share our prayers with others, when we lift up those that have asked us to pray. We have a long prayer list, and lifting up all of those on the list, all of those who've been added in, all of those that you're holding in your heart right now. Let's lift them up and just ask for the God of all creation to see these prayers, to answer them for the best and highest good, and to take them from us. It's not something we have to hold on to. We don't have to be burdened. We just release it and let it go and breathe in love into our heart. The love that says, I can trust, I have faith, I believe that everything is working perfectly. I have lifted my vibration up, up, up to a higher plane, and I put a smile on my face. And now I can turn my attention to others. So let's do that. Let's turn our attention to those who are gathered together here today. Thank you. I love you. Those are the words that we use every day. We use these words to say, I'm so happy you're in my life. I'm so happy that you're a part of this family that loves each other. So let's do that now. Let's share some thank you, I love yous. And let's see if I can get Leo to sing to us this morning. Get the birdies to be quiet. Thank you, birds. And we're going to play the Morning Cuppa. So, Maxman, get ready to dance. And anybody else that wants to dance.
It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it.
Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you so much. Linda, thank you for reaching out. I love you so much. Oh, Kathleen, I'm so glad you were with us this morning. The day on a high vibe called the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantras, thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe called the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the P's and the pod. The daily mantras, thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Good morning, Marietta. Thank you for being here, up with a smile, because everything is working perfectly as we accept, align, and allow with lots of love. Absolutely. Here comes our Magi. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Come on. Come on. There she is. Come say hello. Come say hello. He wants to see you. Hey, the Magi. Good morning. She's our little superstar. Oh, Isabel, I love that prayer as well, honey. It really does help you feel better. Charlie, thank you. I love you. Annie. Isabel. Oh, Max said up, up, up. That's right, Max. You got it, little man. Up, up, up to a higher plane. I'm so glad you all were here this morning. Thank you for being here. No, not at all. She's good. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that, honey. And my family knows that we're all praying for them. Thank you. All right, we're almost at the end of the song. Oh, there we go, Deirdre. You know what to do. And I'm sure little Max is wooing away. Woo-wee. Thank you, Leo. Thank you for that awesome song. And thank you, Peas, for being here this morning. Thank you for your love. Just keep loving on each other. That's what family does. We love. Oh, thank you, Isabel, for that update. And I spoke with Blue last night, and Gizmo is doing really well. He actually jumped up on the chair with her last night as we were talking. So keep praying for him, keep holding him in your heart, and keep Blue in your heart. And as well as our Auntie Jean, we didn't have our pair of Jeans with us today, but keep them both held up and keep each other in your hearts and keep sharing love with each other. I love you so much. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed.